Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Water Songs Workshop, the place where I work on my character ideas, try out art challenges, and try to make your day a little bit brighter. Today I wanted to show off a amazing commission I got to do with an entire party, and this was beyond fun. I got to interact with all the players, hear about their characters, learn how they function, and just create. And I just wanted to show you all the entire video because I enjoyed this so much, and all these characters were so fun. Also, I made a short for the party poster that I made for them, and I'll put a link to that right there. Go check that out when you have a second, and I will also put it at the end of the end card so you can see it again. And let's just dive on in, because I'm excited. Zarin was a child when the meteor came down in Drakkenheim. When the city was evacuated, he ended up stuck in the refugee camp, his family too poor to find a new home. Having been shown the difference money makes, Zarin set out to acquire as much as possible, scavenging through the ruins of Drakkenheim for whatever he could use or sell. Then one day, he discovered something really valuable, only to have it stolen by the Queen of Thieves, and his memory of what he'd found erased by her. Seeking revenge, Zarin came into conflict with the Queen's men, eventually joining the organization with the intent of taking it over. It was eventually revealed that the Queen was the long-lost heir to the throne and believed Zarin to be another heir, and thus a rival. Zarin rejected this, determined to become king on his own merits instead of because of his bloodline. Eventually, winning out and seizing control of the Queen's men, Zarin currently leads his adventuring team in clearing out the ruins and taking the throne so he can make Drakkenheim a better place. Simple-minded and kind, Nox strives to do good for others in a place where evil corrupts even the most righteous. As an urban ranger, he possesses the stealth to move unseen, is capable of swiftly scaling tall structures, and fires a crossbow with deadly accuracy, making him a frightful foe, though he prefers diplomacy and guile over violence. When Nox is able to find respite, simple comforts bring him joy: a soft bed, a cup of hot tea, good food. He cooks a delicious stew and can turn anything remotely edible into a makeshift meal. Following the meteor's cataclysm destruction of Drakkenheim, Nox stayed in the city ruins for many long years, searching for lost family and helping others. He knows what places in the city are most perilous and what paths are best to take, serving as a guide for those who wish to traverse the ruined capital. Despite the eldritch haze that envelops the city, and the dangers within, he manages to survive, and carries the weight of Drakkenheim's madness with him. Nox now aids his companions as they fight to reclaim the capital of Westmar, determined to find a way to end the haze once and for all. As far as Araya can remember, she was a magical theory professor for the Amethyst Academy for whom a tragic accident during research stunted her career. However, upon arriving in Drakkenheim and meeting a series of tieflings who could be her identical twins, she realized not all was what it seemed, and she was the creation of an archmage trying to preserve her legacy amidst the ruins of Drakkenheim. Though she has a very complicated relationship with finding out that all her memories are lies, she does sincerely want to make the most of her time in Drakkenheim and to take the city back from its current state of ruin. And if, in the process, the strange cosmic magic that is bonded to her soul helps her grow beyond even what she remembers, even better. Preface for this one, I forgot to ask if this was pronounced Basil or Basil. I'm gonna go with Basil for this, and I apologize if that's wrong. Basil is a strange presence within Drakkenheim, a heron gone in a world where none should exist. He arrived in the ruined city with little memory of who he once was or where he came from. As he searches the haze-covered streets for answers, unsettling mutations continue to spread across his body, twisting him into something increasingly unnatural. All he knows is there's a connection with him, Delirium, and the Pale Man. But whatever happened to Basil before arriving in Drakkenheim, the truth may be buried somewhere deep within the city's ruins, and whatever is happening to him now may be getting far worse. Arcturus is the eldest son of a nobleman, to be precise, of Lord Vitold Darkmoor. Their bloodline has been marked by the dislike of other noble houses and the common folk alike. For many strange legends exist about the Darkmoors, be it that they partake in forbidden arts, that they feast upon the flesh of their fellow man, and many such tall tales. The truth is, they are simple tyrants and nothing more. However, Arcturus has proven an opposite of his father and almost all of his ancestors. The young man had become a knight of the Silver Order and rides under their banner. Worse yet for Vitold, the youngster has chosen a commoner's daughter as his maiden, the lovely Mylena Vesna. Seeing this, the old lord made a move. one which has sent the young knight into Drakkenheim to save his future bride from whatever peril has taken hold of her within this blighted land. Finally, I introduce Corellian Van Lauder, the most recent addition to the party. Replacing one of the Haze Rats' original members, a noblewoman by the name of Pyre, the two of them bonded on the battlefields of Westmar's recent civil war. Corellian Van Lauder's claim to nobility as Baron's second son makes him an eligible suitor for Duke's only living child. Against his better judgment, Corey followed the Duke Oldflowers and his army to Drakkenheim in hopes of reuniting with Pyre. While marching, thoughts of revenge on the monster which mauled him plagued his wandering mind. Upon their arrival, a mutiny occurred within the Hooded Lanterns in opposition to the Duke. Said mutiny was dealt with swiftly and severely. Corellian rescued and fled with a young nobleman responsible for coordinating this mutiny with Pyre and the Haze Rats. After arriving to Buckledown with the warm embers of hope and love in his eyes, the party regrettably informs Corey that Pyre, the paladin, had snuck off and abandoned them. Now she is a puppet, performing the machinations of the dead Saint Virtuoso. What is a man willing to do in order to rescue a doomed love? Perhaps he'll forgo his own petty pursuit of revenge. The gambler would bet on Corey's failure. And here's everyone all together. What a fascinating group of characters. Half of them seem haunted, the other half have forgotten their memories, and then some are just trying to get by. Use the perfect combination for any sort of adventuring group. And it was so much fun to work with all of them. So which one of these was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below so I can tell the players. I'm sure they'd love to hear what people think about them. Also, if you'd like to support me further so I can continue to go to school and better at doing things like this, I have a Patreon. If you join Patreon, you'll vote on upcoming art challenges, like some coming up soon. You'll be part of the community, you'll get special shoutouts at the end of my videos, and at higher tiers you get discounts on monthly commissions, so everything helps. Would love to become a character concept artist one day, and going through school and doing things like this commission really helps hone in my skills and helps me get better and actually drive towards that goal that I want. Speaking of shoutouts, I have some very special shoutouts. At the Sparkle tier, we have PillageTheVillage, timepixie, Jackie, Blacktodoroki, and Tim. And then at the Cosmic tier, we have Devon. Thank you all so much. I appreciate every single last one of you. I cannot begin to tell you how much your support means and how loved I feel seeing that you're always there in the chat talking to me. I can't begin to express my love. So thank you. But yeah, that should be everything. Thank you all so much for watching. Also remember that I did make a short on the party poster. It took me several hours, so if you could go watch that, I will post it at the end card in just a few seconds, and that would absolutely make my day. But in the meantime, keep being fantastic, and I will see you around.